Okay, great. All right. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. For those watching us live and those watching us on YouTube, my name is Lawrence Enebeli, and on behalf of a group of investors called Genius Investors, I welcome you to tonight's presentation. It's an introduction into one of the 8 wonders of the world right now in terms of generating cash flow, leveraging technology, obviously by legal and credible means. So Genius Investors, we're a team of professionals across the globe. Our passion is to research investments that meet the 7 criteria that makes an investment legal and credible according to our mentors, Warren Buffett. One of the gentleman called Warren Buffett has been the top 10 richest people in the world for close to a decade now. And that view of his is seconded by another gentleman called Robert Kiyosaki, whose book Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant has been in a New York bestseller list for over 15 years running. So what we just add to the table as Genius Investors is we use the criteria recommended by this gentleman to find investments and businesses within the technology sector that meet up those criteria. And when we find one, because it's not an everyday occurrence, we first of all test it with our own resources, jointly and severally. And when it confirms that criteria or those criteria, it is our interest to bring it to the public, to explain it, and then with the aim of getting you to know, become aware of what you can do that we are doing already that can get you well there by legal and credible means. And to do that today is a gentleman called Itwen. Itwen has cumulative 15 years experience in the maritime industry. And he's, in addition to that, an avid investor in emerging technologies. Emerging technologies are technologies that are disrupting the way things are done globally, legally and credibly. And in addition to that, he's a blockchain expert. And a blockchain expert is someone who has dedicated time and attention, to how the blockchain works. The blockchain is the name of a technology. It's the 3rd major use case of the internet. An expert helps you understand how it works. Most importantly, how you can benefit, how you can earn income. How you can tag along. Where is the money located? Each one will guide us through that. And so we're lucky to have him share his experience with us as a coach and a mentor. And if you listen to him clearly, you'll be glad you did, and you will find out why we had to invite you this evening. Remember, in things of money, many are called, but few choose themselves. I will advise that you pay attention, use the chat button to drop any questions, commendations, or whatever comes out of your mind while you're listening to him. Before the presentation is over, your concerns, if there are any, will be addressed. The meeting is recorded and we're also on YouTube Live. And we're called Genius Investors. So, Itwen, over to you. Our guests would like to hear what you've got for us.
Thanks so much, Lorenzo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again on the call. In summary, we're going to talk about money today, how to earn it legally and credibly. And so because it concerns money, definitely I'm going to share with you a presentation that has been prepared by the research team of Genius Investors. It was a collective analytic research, and for your information, what I'm sharing with you has already been proven, okay? So I'm basically just going to tell you how to make money utilizing technology. However, it's important you do your own research, okay? You can ask for materials in order to aid you in your research and to enable you come to a conclusive decision regarding this opportunity I am sharing with you. You can ask the mastermind research team who are available on this call, or your host who invited you, and they can make such materials readily available to you. Our prayer today is that once you study those materials, you will come to the same conclusion as the research team. So before we go into that, let's take a look at how we make money. The moderator had told you earlier that there's a gentleman called Robert Kiyosaki who had said that there are 4 ways income comes to us at every single time. So if you're like me, who is a 9-to-5 person, a professional, an employee being paid by a boss, okay, you will notice that you would have converted your time, your energy, your skill, your competency, your knowledge into income. And so at the end of the month, you probably will be receiving some certain amount of income. So you happen to fall as an employee, you're on the left-hand side of my quadrant, right? And so if you're here, you're basically a linear income earner. So you definitely can calculate, estimate your income plan with it. The challenge here is that if you happen to get sick, then your income stream suffers. If there are other mishaps that happen while you're at work, your income stream suffers. Sharing the same quadrant with us are those that are self-employed. So as a self-employed person, these people have their own set of skills, highly knowledgeable, competent in what they do, run their businesses, I can say. But the challenge again is that anytime they are not there, they don't earn income, right? So imagine your hairdresser, imagine your seamstress, imagine your specialized doctor, right? If they're not there, if you don't come and meet them, they don't earn income. Statistics show that 95% of the world's population fall within this bracket, linear income earning, right? And they are busy chasing 5% of the world's wealth. So if you are thinking in the same direction I'm thinking, the question is, where is 95% of the world's wealth and who has access to it? If you look at the right-hand side of the quadrant, you would have noticed that there are a set of people, limited in number, who have been able to find a way where they can earn money residually. Now, the first set are business owners who are just roughly 4% of the world's population. What do they know that we don't know? They've been able to identify a system, take advantage of people, right? Effort of a lot of people, and have created themselves that opportunity where at every time, whether they are there or they are not there, they can earn income. So the business owners are those that fall within that category. But the smartest of all are those called investors, limited in number of just about 1%. But what makes them smart? They make their money work for them. So if you're an investor, it's assumed that you have money, right? And so you put your money in a system that enables money to be generated for you residually. Okay, once you found that, if you're an investor currently right now on this call, congratulations. If you've been able to find that system, you would have unlocked an unlimited income potential. What's the advantage of being in this 1%? First of all, you're sharing the world's a larger percentage of the world's wealth. This is 95%. And you can do other things you love to do. You can go to sleep, you're earning money. You can go for your games, you're earning money. You can decide to visit relatives, you are earning money every single day. So what I'm going to share with you today is an opportunity. If you're like me, who is on the left-hand side of the quadrant, there's a chance for you this evening to stay on the left-hand side and also move to the right-hand side. There's no stopping you with this opportunity I'm sharing. You can earn from both ways, as a linear income earner and as a passive income earner. So the highlights of today's opportunity is that you have a chance to become a co-owner of a blockchain and a world's biggest decentralized digital exchange, co-owner. Now, that ownership gives you access to a masternode hub, which will be minting a digital coin for you every single day for more than a decade. With that, you are able to participate in a multi-trillion USD market opportunity called tokenization and staking. I'll be sharing that with you in my future slides. Of course, you are an investor, so it definitely means that you have a return on investment. And so this return on investment, you can liquidate them anytime you need with just minutes, right? There are mobile applications readily available for you to do that, right? I'll be showing you that in my slides. And then if you like this opportunity, there is a chance to share it with friends and family, which is why you're here today. The catch about this last one I'm sharing with you is that first, it's optional, but it earns you a lot of money, right? So why are we talking about money? Jobs you knew 5 years ago are no longer existing today. And the jobs that are definitely going to be, that are existing today will not be existing in 5 years. Why? Because technology is changing every single thing. Technology is a constant reminder that we need to do what? Upscale ourselves. And so if you were around when you were writing letters, right now nobody's looking at letters, everybody's doing their things digitally by email. Okay, so we are going to be talking about a digital company which produces a particular aspect, right, of a research their product, and a recommendation marketing company that will be delivering these products to you. Let's introduce a blockchain technology company called ZENIQ, right? And so if you're asking yourself, if you're new to the blockchain is basically a simple way of storing information digitally, right? So whether it's your manuscript, whether it's your letters, whether it's your royalty, music, art, every single thing that has value right now that you can see can be stored digitally. And once you carry out that process, what it means is that you are putting it on a blockchain. The advantages of that over the traditional way we've been storing data is, first of all, it is secure because all the records are individually encrypted. It is anonymous because all the participants that are present in that network are anonymous or pseudonymous. It is distributed, meaning that everybody has the same copy of that information for complete transparency, right? And so all these participants in this network, once they agree to the validity of this record, it becomes irreversible, thereby giving you immutability. These records can never be changed. So a lot of people around the world have taken advantage of the fact that this blockchain is changing the way we do business, right? And because it's changing the way we do business, it helps people increase their productivity. One of such companies that have come out with this idea is ZENIQ. So ZENIQ started sometime in 2018, right? And in 2021, they came into collaboration with a sovereignty called the UAE, United Arab Emirates. So that was the merger was joined in May 2021. 2021, yes, you can see that during your research online. And ZENIQ comprises of 25 people in Dubai. We have over 75 developers globally. It's progressively growing, and it has one important shareholder, and that is His Highness Sheikh Said. Please do your research. Sheikh Said, Your Highness, who is a shareholder, a strategic shareholder, is the son to the King of Dubai, right? So you can see that the royal family is directly involved in this project. And so it's also partnered with some strategic corporations like Safir. I'll be sharing that with you in further slides. So Safir too, he has been given exclusive rights to market all the products and technologies emanating from ZENIQ. So ZENIQ is the blockchain technology focused on decentralization, focused on aspects of the blockchain. While Safir has been given the exclusive rights to market anything, any research, any idea, anything that has come out from that research and development company. Another strategic partner with ZENIQ is called Ramzik. So Ramzik is basically focused on tokenization. I'll be explaining what tokenization is, but if you don't know it, it's definitely the big thing going on right now. And you are lucky to have come in right now because it's still in its infancy. So tokenization deals a lot with what? The way we do own assets, right? And so what is asset tokenization? Okay, and just to let you know, Ramzik is actually an arm that is focused on tokenization. ZENIQ is a research blockchain which tokenization will be centered on, and Safir is that arm that is responsible for marketing of this product. So tokenization is no different from the way we own assets traditionally. So if you loved an asset and you wanted to have it, whether it's a bank or an oil and gas company or a manufacturing industry, you go to the stock exchange, look for the one you want, and purchase it for the amount you have with you, right? And so what gives you validity to that, those assets are what we call stocks or shares. So you can decide to keep those shares, right? Increase your portfolio in different areas that you want, whether it is fine art, technology, gold, real estate. You can decide to keep those shares and tokens and sell them off if you want to offload them, or you can keep them and receive dividends periodically. That's the way we've been doing business right now. But there are challenges with this type of system. One, if you're interested in an asset in Russia, for example, you definitely cannot get that asset. Why? Because you can't travel to Russia, one. Secondly, you're not a Russian citizen. So the challenge of the global challenges inherent in owning of assets have been solved right now, and that is what we call tokenization via the blockchain. So what are we saying? Any asset that has value in the world right now can be divisible into smaller units. And once you put it into the blockchain, each unit of that asset called tokens represent the fractional value of the main asset, right? So whether it is fine art, whether it's in land, whether it's technology, whether it's oil and gas, as long as it has value, once it is put in the blockchain, you and I, wherever we find ourselves in the world right now, we can own a piece of it without having to leave the comfort of our homes. And why is this big? It's because a lot of companies right now are looking for an opportunity to finance, to do self-financing, like crowdfunding. A lot of people are looking for an opportunity where they can save a lot of money by removing the middleman. The blockchain solves that problem for you. And then because it's the blockchain is secure, there is 100% transparency on activities happening. So with these attributes, people have decided to do what? Bring their assets to the blockchain. But why do they want to bring their assets to the blockchain? Take a look at this speculation that happened sometime in 2018. The World Economic Forum has stated that there are over $800 trillion worth of assets, right, waiting to be owned around the world. But of course, the challenges with COVID, the challenges with nationality, restriction, capital injection were all there at that point in time. And the World Economic Forum stated that, look, if in 2027, a company or a project focused on the blockchain with the aspect of tokenization, if it gets into this market, would definitely be worth 24 trillion by 2027. Now, take a look at 24 trillion by 2027. We are looking at over 10% of the world's global GDP. That company will be some 4 times bigger than Google, almost 285 times bigger than Coca-Cola. The company that can do what? Break into this market. And there is only one company right now, the pioneering tokenization, and that is ZENIQ. So the question right here is, if you had an early mover's advantage to be a partner with ZENIQ, would you want to take this opportunity right now, looking into the future, knowing fully well that it is already unlocking 24 trillion? If your answer is yes, then you wouldn't want to waste your time taking a decision. But why would you want to take a decision? This is what makes ZENIQ so unique right now. So we are looking at an ecosystem. It's the first blockchain in its kind where anybody that wants to get into this blockchain does not want to leave, because it's like a one-stop shop. Okay. And why do I say it's a one-stop shop? Technology can only make money if it's solving problems for people. Okay, and so now let's take a look at the ecosystem. First of all, it has a decentralized exchange and a decentralized blockchain. Of course, that is what it is. That is what it started with, right? And the next is the normal app. So basically, the world is going digital right now. Every single thing that you are doing is definitely going to be an app. Your bank is definitely going to be on your phone going forward. So there's an app available right now, whether you're using an Apple device or you're using an Android device, where you can download and store your cryptocurrencies safely with you. You can take them anywhere you want to go to in the world. The cryptocurrencies are cryptocurrencies. They're your digital assets. Whether it is money, whether it is an asset, you can store it right now on an app available. Right now, so because of technology, we are looking at, we are experiencing a change in transactions. So we are no longer using our ATM cards to do fiat transactions. You cannot have ATM cards that can do crypto transactions, crypto to fiat transactions. This service is available right now on the ZENIQ blockchain. For those of you interested in fixed deposits, you have what we call staking hints, an opportunity where you can have an asset and then transfer that asset, keep it for some time, and the asset, while it is growing in value, it's also growing in what? Size, in frequency of the tokens that you have. The ZENIQ swap is an important feature concerning the blockchain, and that is a decentralized exchange where people can come into the exchange and exchange whatever cryptocurrency or digital asset they want to exchange with. So if you have an asset that is like a land and somebody has a digital asset that is like oil and gas, once there's an exchange rate setting, of course, with the automated money market, AMM, automated money market, you just get into there and do these transactions, and you don't need a middleman to get in there, right? And you can do this for cheap. So you have this ZENIQ swap. If you don't understand what the ZENIQ swap is, you take a look. There are existing ones right now that are decentralized. You have the Uniswap, you have LaToken, you have PancakeSwap. These are just samples of what you have in other blockchains, okay? Now, I've explained to you what tokenization is. Okay, so tokenization, basically the whole world is going into tokenization. Everybody wants to have an opportunity to give a certain piece of their assets in order for them to have what? Cash liquidity. Then last but not the least is smart chain, right? So smart chain is basically an opportunity where projects who do not have the patience or who do not have the technical know-how to build a blockchain can utilize the advantages of an existing blockchain to have their projects run, okay? And so at any point in time, you can have projects coming into a blockchain just for cross-referencing. there are only 9 blockchains right now in the world. You may have heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Aaron. There are only 9 blockchains. All the cryptocurrencies you may have heard of, over the 2 million cryptocurrencies that have been developed, have been born by these 9 blockchains. So you can imagine being a partner with a company that is already top 10 in the world, right? And so with a smart chain, a lot of projects can decide to come under this blockchain and get what they want to get. Why am I sharing this with you? Is that for you to partake in each and every one of these, whether you like it or not, whether you're interested, whether you don't know about it or not, this item at the center here is the catch key, and this is a hub. Now, what does this hub mean? Just a simple device like an iPad, but it makes you a validator on that blockchain. You don't need to do anything, just have the device. Once the device is powered on, at each transaction that is going on each of these items I've just listed in this circle, external circle, you earn a piece from that activity worldwide. Of course, it is the internet, the blockchain is worldwide. A lot of transactions are going on right now, but having this device means you keep on validating transactions. Your device does that automatically for you. You don't need to do anything. But again, how do you earn money? You earn money because you'll be minting this system coin every single day for more than a decade at a predetermined minting capacity, right? So you'll be minting this coin every single day, and the value of this coin will keep on increasing. Why? Because all the projects right here will be a reflection of the total value that this blockchain is creating for the world, right? And so if you have the system coins, all you need to do is accumulate these coins and keep them for capital appreciation, and you have an opportunity to do what? Expand your wealth beyond your wildest dreams, okay? So that is basically what it takes for you to be part of this ecosystem. A hub is 1,500 euro, which in Nigerian naira, roughly about 1,050,000 naira. And you can have one, you can have multiple of these devices. There's no limitations to what you want to, or how many you want to get, but just know that the more hubs you have, the more coins you can mint every single day, and the more your wealth portfolio over time. Remember, we are looking at the next 4 years, 2027, an opportunity for us to share $24 trillion worth of what? Valuation around assets in the world. The question is that how many of these coins will you have had by that time to reflect a fractional value of that asset class in 2027? Let us take a look at projects. Remember, I told you that there are a lot of projects that are taking advantage right now of what ZENIQ is offering. So we are talking about ZENIQ having the fastest blockchain in the world right now, the cheapest transaction cost in the world right now, the ease of use, an opportunity where other blockchains can decide to come into his blockchain and it can absorb all at the same time. Some projects existing and new projects saw the advantage with this and decided to leave the existing project and join the ZENIQ blockchain. One of them is Tupan, right? And so Tupan basically is a project to solve the problems regarding emissions in the world right now, carbon emissions. So this carbon emissions, Tupan developed a system where you can decide to get carbon credits for what? Supporting the greenery, the environment, saving the environment via the biological means. So if you don't know much about carbon credit is valued at over $211 billion, and it's expected to be worth $2.4 trillion in 2027. 2.4 trillion in 2027. Why? Because these carbon credits are required by the oil and gas companies as an incentive for them to do what? Reduce their what? Operations and change the way they pollute the environment. So if you are an environmentalist, if you're a geologist, if you love the greenery, if you want to contribute to the earth, it is an opportunity where you can do your contributions and also earn money. How do you earn money? You earn money by basically getting a hub called a Tupan hub, and this hub will be producing Tupan coins for you every single day. And how does this work? You have a ZENIQ hub. Of course, ZENIQ hub is like the landlord, the blockchain hub, right? And you have the Tupan hub here at the center. So what happens is that once you purchase a Tupan hub, part of the profit from the Tupan hub is sent to the Forest AU. You can see it around here, the Forest AU, yeah, in order to fund lands, carbon capture, storage, issuing of offset certificates, right? And so these tokens you are minting are the fractional value of carbon credits. And these carbon credits can be sold right now at any point in time, and you can earn your money from it, right? So you're minting these hubs you're purchasing right now. You're purchasing these hubs, you're minting your coins every day for more than a decade. And at the current value of these coins, you can sell them if you want to sell them. You sell them today, your hubs are minting tomorrow. You sell next day, it's minting 2 days' time. You accumulate it if you want to accumulate it, wait for it to increase in valuation, and you can sell it. It's your investment, it's your return, it's your profit, it's your asset. You can do with it whatever it is you want to do with it, right? And so that's the opportunity right now with Tupan. And so you can decide to get a Tupan right now at a discounted price. A full Tupan hub goes for €1,300. But if you have an existing ZENIQ hub, you can buy it at 23% discount, which is what? About €998. Why? These hubs will be minting each and every hub you buy, whether you buy one or you buy two or you buy 10, each one will be maintained at the predetermined capacity for more than a decade. Every single day to be minting a coin for you. This coin is your asset and you can sell it at any point in time. So if you're like me, I've already purchased my hub, right? And I purchased my ZENIQ hub. I'm enjoying 30% from these hubs that I purchased, right? And it's minting for me. Right now, the minting capacity is just over 80 coins per day. 80 coins per day. I'm repeating it again. So for you to have an idea of the number of coins you will have minted if you have kept this hub for 10 years. And imagine each coin being $1. The carbon credit market right now, each carbon credit is worth $170 for one. So imagine having 20,000 Tupan tokens and each one worth $1. For an investment, you should know what the positive profit in terms of what? Return on investment. So that is just about the environment if you're interested in that. If you love real estate, there's the first tokenized real estate right now on the world. It is on the ZENIQ blockchain. It's called CD. I already have my hubs and I'm minting these tokens every single day. Why am I minting these tokens? Because these tokens I have in my back office, right, on my hub, represent fractional value of this estate right now. And so I am here, I own an asset in Austria. This project called CD is in Austria, right? And those of you that love real estate, the opportunity here for you is that part of this CD hub is, this CD project is indirectly tokenized via an SPV portfolio, right? And so part of it is, part of the SPV portfolio can gradually increase along according to the success of the project. So as the project is expanding, the tokens that you're minting every single day, each token is increasing in value. So the question you want to ask yourself, how many tokens can I have right now, or how many tokens can I get with the number of hubs I want to purchase? To purchase a hub is simple. If you have a ZENIQ hub, right, you still have a 23% discount of €998, and it will be minting every single day for you, every single day for more than a decade, okay? So right now, the minting capacity is roughly at about 100, just about over 95 coins per day. So if you buy one right now, it will be minting 95 coins per day every single day for you for the next 10 years. Of course, taking into calculation the halving. I'll be explaining what the halving is and why it's important for you to take a decision today, knowing this opportunity. Now, that is about the real estate. I've just shown you an opportunity where you can have carbon credit as your investment portfolio, real estate as your investment portfolio. The same thing you have in land, right? The same thing you have physically. The only difference right now is that it's digital, and you can take your assets anywhere you want to go to in the world. If you love the movie industry, here is something for you, right? There is the first movie in the world that is tokenized right now. The name of the movie is called Regardless, right? So I'm not a movie enthusiast, but what? I love these tokens, and these tokens are minting for me every single day. Why am I interested in this token? If you know the movie called Maverick, it cost over roughly $100 million to produce, right? But imagine it has gained over 1.5 billion in various marketing franchises. That 1.5 billion, I don't have access to it because I probably was not part of those that were that put in money in terms of the production. So I've probably missed out. But this tokenization has given me an opportunity right now to end this movie. Why should I be interested in this movie? There is a gentleman who has spent almost half of his life as a network marketer. He had his problems, he had his challenges, but he was able to achieve his dreams, his goals, and has become one of the best marketers right now in the world. All his experiences have been put together in a movie called Regardless. So imagine all the networkers around the world who have heard about this movie and want to do what? Go and get these movies and apply the real life lessons from this gentleman into their businesses. This premiered in 2022, December. In November 2022, it premiered just last month. And there are also plans to premiere this movie across 25 countries around the world, even in airplane hubs, even in various places. There's an opportunity. You have an opportunity to earn money from that movie, wherever it's played right now in the world. What is your access into getting that opportunity? Is a what? A hub. So if you have a ZENIQ hub, like I told you earlier, you're just getting 23% discount on it by what? Purchasing the hub for less than €1,000. And it will be minting these coins for you every single day. Only what are you just doing? Accumulating coin, waiting for capital appreciation, and you can sell these coins at any point in time you want to sell it, right? It's just about 10 minutes and you can get the money physically or digitally in your bank, however it is you want it. Why do you need to get this hub now? It is minting at over 95 coins per day. The minting capacity will keep on reducing over time for the next decade, but you're taking advantage of its high minting capacity right now. Okay, so if you're interested in the movie industry, this is an opportunity for you to do what? Earn an asset that will be making money around the world. So let's take a look at another way of transportation of cargo right now. The drone business is increasing, it's ever expanding, but this is a unique product from Tupan, right? So Tupan is creating or has created a disruptive solution to what? Delivering cargo. Something that will create a fast and safe way with less operating costs in terms of doing business. So why is this drone unique, right? You must have heard about drones and what it can do. Then why is this drone from Tupan unique? It's the first of its kind, right? It has a long range with high load capacity. It has low fuel consumption when it is in cruise flight, but it has the most important feature that has not been seen in any drone to date. A high-speed vertical takeoff and landing. Is the only drone right now in the world that can deliver cargo without a runway. It's the only drone right now that can carry out surveillance without a runway. It's the only drone right now that can fight fires without a runway. It's the only drone that can deliver a lot of things, right, without a runway. So this technology is innovative. There's opportunity right now in the world. There's a lot of market. Amazon, DHL, they're all looking towards partnering with Tupan in order to get this thing done. We are not even looking at only these traditional cargo delivery companies. We are looking at the military. We are looking at other companies that want to save their places. They want to do their surveillance. Okay, so we are talking about like the Brazil government that has the Amazonia forest. Remember, the Amazonia forest as part of Tupan's carbon credit project is what? Contributing over 30% to the rainfall that we have and the air that we breathe, right? So you want to survey this environment. You want to ensure that there are no pirates in the environment. This drone just does that job better than any other drone in the world right now. You have an opportunity to partner in this project and own a piece of this asset by what? Purchasing a hub, right? So if you have a ZENIQ hub, you're already getting this hub at a nice discount of €998. This hub currently right now is minting at over, right? It's still in the pre-minting stage. So it's hovering over 100, between 100 and 105 coins every single day. So if you purchase it right now, that is what you'll be minting continuously for a decade. Save the halving measures I'm going to be showing you in the next slide. Why is it important that you need to get these hubs right now? It is minting at a high price. Because on the blockchain, the ZENIQ blockchain, all these projects coming in have been programmed to do what? Have a reduced minting capacity over time in order to meet up with the tokenomics. And what are the reduced minting capacity things put inside there? First is what we call the time halving. So for whenever you buy your hub, right, it has a minting capacity. By the 10th of February, the minting capacity would have reduced by 50%. Okay, and so the next year, 10th of February, if its minting capacity was 90 coins, it will reduce by 45 coins. It's not going to be an immediate drop in terms of the minting numbers, but it's going to be gradual, reducing over time to such a point that by this anniversary, which is 10th of February, 50% of its minting capacity would have reduced. So you can see that it makes a lot of sense right now to buy it and have a high minting capacity so that by the time the anniversary comes, you have what? Minted so much, and you're still minting. The second mechanism put in place is what we call the sales halving. So it takes a look at the total number of hubs being sold, right? And so if you buy a hub right now, after the 2,000 hubs being sold, the next set of hubs program will already have 1% less the minting capacity. So like we said, you're purchasing these hubs right now, you're taking advantage of the high minting capacity so that you can do what? Mint a large number of coins over time. What are we looking out for? The valuation in 2027 and beyond. If you mint a lot of coins right now, you're definitely going to do what? Have more assets, and your portfolio increases in terms of wealth, right? So that's the reason why I said that as these hubs are minting high right now, you need to get your hubs, okay? So once again, if you're just listening to me, if you're just getting to know about this opportunity, you're not left out because there's a lot going on right now. There was a Christmas and special package available for those who had not yet purchased their hub. So the package says that, look, if you can purchase a quarter of a hub, right? You have a full hub, you have quarter, so you can see all the hubs right here. So the minimum of a quarter hub, if you purchase from a quarter hub upwards, you get what? A free hub attached to that. So for the Tupan project, you have a ZENIQ, a free ZENIQ hub if you purchase one. For the CD and the Regardless project, you have a free Tupan hub attached to it. You just need to purchase a minimum of a quarter hub and more, right? So if you have a full hub, you are purchasing a full hub, you're definitely getting a bigger hub as a bonus given to you. It makes a lot of sense right now. This thing wasn't really available right at the half of 2022. So it came during the Christmas promo. It's still on until it is recalled. So like we said, you can come in now and buy one and get one free, right? Till it's recalled. So if I were you, I would take opportunity. I am still taking opportunity of this advantage, right? Because I'm utilizing the fact that these hubs that I'm buying right now will be minting high. And in 2-3 years' time, anybody that comes to buy them will be buying it at a low minting capacity. So that's just about purchasing the hubs. If you're interested in the aviation industry, it's an opportunity for you to be a co-owner of a particular project called ZENIQ. So ZENIQ is taking advantage of tokenization and blockchain to do what? Solve transactional problems in terms of ticketing, airport management, aircraft management, loyalty programs, just to name a few. It's just like what Uber did to the taxi industry. ZENIQ is doing the same thing to the aviation industry, right? And so ZENIQ were one of the projects that were existing on the Ethereum blockchain, but decided to leave the Ethereum blockchain because you could not solve these problems and move on to ZENIQ blockchain. It completed that merger about 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, it completed that merger. So if you knew about ZENIQ blockchain, ZENIQ project on the existing blockchain it was on, you have an opportunity right now to carry those tokens you have and put them in what we call the staking rewards, right? The staking tips. Remember, this is one of the services I told you that is being offered by the ZENIQ ecosystem, right? So your ZENIQ tokens can be put into the ZENIQ blockchain, and you can keep it for a certain number of years, and it increases in what number for you, just like a fixed deposit. If you have that, we have a separate video that has already been done for this. You can ask your host to give you that video, and you can migrate your tokens. The tokens were existing on the Ethereum network. You can migrate them to the ZENIQ network, and your tokens can be earning more tokens for you. That's the law of wealth. That is what investors know. To use their money to make more money. Money does not sit idle, right? And so if you're an investor, like I said, this is the part where you come in, okay? So just for a hub of 1,500, you can have a lot of projects on that single hub, right? And that hub will be minting every single day for you. 1,500 euro for more than a decade is worth the investment at each point in time. So that is where it comes to you being an investor. But if you like this opportunity and you want to share with your friends, the same way you share anything that's of importance to you, you can do that by what? Expanding the business for ZENIQ. Remember, this is optional, but it pays a lot more. And because of that opportunity, ZENIQ has partnered with genius investors to do what? Show you how you can do what? Expand the business for ZENIQ through what we call recommendation marketing, right? And so if you're interested in this, there's an opportunity where you can earn money in 3 different ways apart from being an investor. So as an investor, your portfolio is running on its own, right? With your hubs and everything at your back office is running. But if you decide you want to earn much more than that, you can earn in 3 ways, right? And those 3 ways are summarized in this screen I'm showing you right now. If you really want to know more about this, we already have a video that has captured this in full detail and more. For those of you that are interested in this, right? You can ask your host, or you can join us on our Tuesday classes, which are of a different link than this one currently right now, and you can get to learn more on how to expand this business. Believe you me, I am doing this. It's actually lucrative. It's much more lucrative than just being an investor. So I'm earning both ways, as an investor and also someone that is expanding the business. If you are like me, who had missed out on Bitcoin, right? Who had missed out on Ethereum. If I was called, I knew about Bitcoin some time ago. I did not take advantage of it. Right now, there are people who are earning Bitcoin every single day for free because they took that advantage years ago. I've missed out on Ethereum too. There are people right now, Bitcoin costs roughly over $20,000 for one. So while people are busy buying Bitcoin to hold as an asset, somebody is earning that free of charge, is minting that every single day. But why am I not too sad about the Bitcoin or Ethereum move? It's because ZENIQ has come, and ZENIQ is just the same way Bitcoin was years ago, but better. And why is it better? Bitcoin right now, to get the machine, and for you to participate in minting those Bitcoins, it's quite expensive, okay? And you don't have future projects coming into it. So the valuation will only be stuck at some level. But take a look at ZENIQ. You have a hub, just like your iPad. It stays within your house, and it can hold all your assets, right? Well, however you want to expand your portfolio, if there are 200 projects coming onto the ZENIQ blockchain, the 200 projects will stay with your hub, right? And this hub will be minting, the ZENIQ hub will be minting these coins for you every single day. The other projects you have in the ZENIQ hub will be meeting every single day. All the interactions happening within that ZENIQ hub is doing what? Is increasing the value of the coin for you. Right? You're just doing nothing. You wake up every day, you're minting your hub. You go to sleep, you're minting your hub. You're playing your favorite game, you're minting your coins every single day, right? And so, like we said, the other advantages with this project is that it's the first major blockchain focus on tokenization. Don't miss that point. It is built for tokenization, and it's the pioneer. It has the cheapest cost of transaction. It has the fastest speed, ease of use. But what I pay attention to is the fact that it has a strategic partner with a sovereign country called the United Arab Emirates. And with Safir, whose CEO is an Emirati. If you don't know him, I'll show you in my last slide. He was one of those that was instrumental in bringing Etisalat into Nigeria. So these are men of pedigree, okay? And so, question you want to ask yourself, why would a government decide to embrace a technology? Governments are one of the people who are last to embrace a technology because it's disruptive. But again, there's something unique about this project, and the UAE government has decided to take hold of this project as their own, nationalize this project, and lead the frontier towards what? Actualizing their vision of Dubai being what? The first city you think of when you want to do what? Any business regarding the blockchain. So again, welcome to the future. Like I said, all you need is what? An account with Safir, which is free. You meet your host, they'll give you a link, you register, it's free. Fund your account, right, with cryptocurrencies, and purchase as many hubs as you want to purchase. Remember, there is an incentive currently going on right now. So it's buy one, get one free. And if you think you came late to this opportunity, there's a way for you to jumpstart the rest of the group. And that is what? Right now, for 5,400 euro, you can have all the projects at once, all of them running for you. The ZENIQ, Tupan, CD, regardless, and the T-drone. You can have all these projects with just 5,500 euro, have them all at once, and then further projects coming in to the blockchain. You don't want to miss that opportunity right now. So this is the gentleman, Engineer Buzinga. Like I told you, he's the CEO of Safir. He's the one that introduced Etisalat into Nigeria. A man that I got to know, his simplicity and everything is important to me, right? So again, like I said, with simplicity, if you had missed earlier, my name is Itwen, right? I'm a marine professional, and I'm a 9-to-5 worker, and I was looking for an opportunity to do something legal and credible part-time and earn as much money than I do in my full-time. ZENIQ has given me that chance. One thing I really love about this project that, first of all, is backed by a legal and credible sovereignty, which is the UAE. It's the best blockchain right now All my hubs are minting every single day, right from the first day I purchased it. 24 hours, it started minting my coins for me. And knowing fully well that these coins are reducing, the minting capacity is reducing over time, it gives me that satisfaction that there is value, okay, coming up in the terms of what the next set of asset acquisition. The more hubs I buy, the more coins I get that will be minting for me for the next decade. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope I've been able to show you an opportunity where you can be working, right, your day-to-day job, and you have something where at any time you wake up, you sleep, you are doing, you're having your vacation, you are still earning money. I'll leave you to the moderator, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. Coach?
Yes, thank you, Itwen, and congratulations to guests and investors in the house. I wish to confirm that all that Itwen has said are true. I'm also an investor here. My name is Lawrence, for those who came in a bit late. I've been investing, this is my 13th year as an investor. So I've seen the ups, the downs of investments in those 13 years. But the unique thing about ZENIQ, which I have participated in now, this is my second year, is that you practically co-own projects that are launched on the ZENIQ smart chain. That's the fundamental difference. Before now, we buy assets that, like shares, and we own just a specific quantity, which represents some, partial ownership of the company, if it's a publicly traded company, for example, or you buy private placement in the early stage, or you become a venture capitalist and things like that. But here, the difference is that the ownership is decentralized via hubs, HUB. These hubs contain a very important aspect of the blockchain business, which are called nodes, N-O-D-E-S. So for a blockchain to be decentralized, it's important that the nodes are held simultaneously in different parts of the world, in different continents. And so therein lies the importance of community, you and I. And so these guys are smart enough to say, okay, we want investors, so let's give investors a stake by giving them joint ownership of one of the most important aspects of a blockchain, which is decentralized nodes. Nodes is what keeps the transaction record, more like a central bank record in this, in this example. And so when you now own a node, a full node, as you can see, the price is out there, gives you a chance to be minting the coin. That's like your return on investment. What's my stake? One node will mint for minimum 10 years, please. Just note. This is 2023. So we're talking about between now and 2033. The nodes will be minting. And then, what are they minting? Coins that represent the value of the project. So those coins, you can sell them immediately they are minted. Maybe after a week, you can sell them. They're selling on Bitmart, that's the name of an exchange. They're selling on La Token, that's the name of an exchange. We're in Coin Market Cap. All right, so we are visible as ZENIQ Safir. But the important thing is what I'm explaining to you. So even if you minted for 1 week and you sell it the following week, it will still mint again. But before now, I've been buying projects on the blockchain. So I buy a specific quantity. It doesn't increase by just holding it. You hold for capital appreciation. Here, the minter gives you every day extra. So you get extra quantity, then you wait for capital appreciation. That's double fortune. Then another thing that excited me here is that, the projects here are first-class projects that are disrupting their various industries, protection of the environment, like Itwen told us, what they call it now, real estate, entertainment, then ZENIQ, then the drone. ZENIQ is doing to the aviation what a taxi, Uber did to taxi. How about the drone, the first of its kind? So each one has given us all that we need to have. Mine is just to confirm to you that they are the way they are. We've been maintaining this and enjoying, selling some and keeping majority for when the market will return in terms of capital appreciation. So like our mentors, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, particularly Bill Gates, when he was asked, what's the best way to become wealthy in the world? He said, first of all, research where the world is headed to next. We all know that technology is the next big thing in the world. And all technology will be hosted by the internet. So the third major use case of the internet is what we're talking about. The safest use of the internet known to man is on the blockchain. So everything is coming there for a rebirth. So that has been confirmed by research. Then what did Bill Gates say? Then when you now confirm that, go there and take advantage position. Position yourself so that when the majority now come due to the law of demand and supply, you become wealthy because you are ahead of the curve and you position yourself so that the upsurge in demand will make you wealthy according to the laws of economics. So here, all those advices are met. The best technology known to man to date, the safest and the most decentralized is on the blockchain. It's called ZENIQ. 2 is, we genius investors, we've done the research for you. ZENIQ is born for tokenization. So you need to belong to a blockchain that, is nailing it, 24 trillion of value in 4 years. That's not a mere coincidence. And guess what? There are only 9 blockchains that can do tokenization, including ZENIQ. And we're ahead in terms of legality, in terms of laws, in terms of support by government for a particular blockchain in the world. The UAE has done that for themselves, right? Then guess the last one. You know it already. The word will not come in later. They are coming in already. You can see the projects. And then the price of the coins that are being minted daily will rise. So if you have 1 million units of the Tupan, some people in genius investors already have over 1 million units of Tupan. So if Tupan just does $1, that's over $1 million for them. You think about that, right? And then what else do you need to know? There are many projects. If you don't like Tupan, you might like Evinop. If you don't like Evinop, you might have CD. People like me, I'm a born investor, a qualified investor. I invest in all of them. So, but it's your choice. And then you can join the other one, which is optional, spreading information. That's so extra money. So thank you for staying with us. I can't see any. Okay, I just saw a chat now. All right, thank you for leaving us a comment and some questions. Anyway, so what's the risk? What's the risk involved? Well, the only risk I see here is that human beings are involved, and it's running on the internet. So as far as you wake up from sleep and the internet is running, this project will be there. Why? It is decentralized. Decentralized means it's not centered in one place. The ownership is spread across the globe. All right. So that's mitigated risk for you. Remember, every business has its own risk. So we are calculated risk takers. Even whether I wake up from tomorrow when I sleep this night, I don't even know. That's why we pray. But once you wake up, one thing is certain. You must have oxygen to breathe. The Lord has made it so. The second thing is that you must spend money. So it is important that you be in a system that is making more money than you can spend. So that's my answer for question number 1. Then question number 2, what's the risk insurance to avoid? What's the risk insurance to avoid? Do you need, once a blockchain is decentralized, see that concept, you need to Google it. Decentralized means that you are insured against a central authority coming to crack it down, like we're having China do and other people do. They try to crack down. You can't crack down a decentralized blockchain like Bitcoin, for example. You can only tell it, oh, don't operate here, and they will move out. There are over probably about 200 countries in the world. So you see, someone's lost, another person's gained. So the real insurance you have here is to find out what is decentralization. Decentralization means it is statistically impossible for it to be hacked. So therein lies a technological insurance, if you ask me. Okay. Then what is the sustainability of the project, not going into extinction? The sustainability is merely the laws of demand and supply. I told you that about when I was talking about Bill Gates. The entire globe now is going through a rebirth. All assets, be they land, music, works of art, gemstones, gold, silver, oil, gas, and what have you. They are all coming to the blockchain to tokenize their ownership. It's like everybody going to the stock market to for the ownership of the asset to be dematerialized into shares, quantity, small shares. If you allow the stock market do that for you, you will have shares. But we're talking about the blockchain, allowing the blockchain do that for you. You have tokens. So everything, World Economic Forum as of 2018, you can Google World Economic Forum and tokenization value. I mean, the person asking this question. You can Google World Economic Forum and tokenization value. Be patient to read up to the 10th article, because the first 3 or 4 articles are likely to be adverts. You see, on the authority of World Economic Forum, when they estimated the value of assets that require, underline the words, require tokenization as at that date, it was worth over 800 trillion. But that in the next 4 years from now, as I speak, this is March 2023, up to 2027, the same World Economic Forum said 10% of the global GDP, which is estimated to be 24 trillion USD dollars, would have been tokenized in the next 4 years. So once we mention tokenization, any informed person will know that it underlines the blockchain. So which blockchains are qualified to do tokenization? There are only 9. What's the criteria for you to be able to do tokenization? You must have what is called a smart chain. You must have what is called what? A smart chain. So ZENIQ is one of the 9. And even if you divide 9, if you divide 24 trillion by 9 in the next 4 years, you see that one person will get about 2.4 or up to 2.6 trillion. And not all blockchains have the same features. We are superior. That is the reason we're doing this. That is the reason we're partnering with ZENIQ. Okay, so fortune will favor the more qualified. So we'll get more than 2.6 trillion. How much of that will be yours? That is the question. And the only way you can get into that value is by buying the hubs. Each one has been showing us, the one on screen right now. Depending on the project you're interested in. Each hub means a certain capacity, reducing with time over a period of 10 years. And you can sell the coins, you can keep them for capital appreciation, is your choice. But it gives you part ownership. That is the important thing. And you can also be part ownership of the blockchain itself that is hosting, the project. The blockchain itself is called ZENIQ. And the coin will be like Ethereum, if you're familiar with a blockchain. It will be like Ethereum, it will be like Cardano, it will be like Tron, it will be like all these layer 1, AVEX, Avalanche, and all that. This is the equivalent we're talking about here. The difference between this one and those ones I mentioned is that this one is supported by a sovereign state called Dubai in the UAE. That's a big difference. And this one is hybrid, private sector, government collaboration. Okay, and this one has a regulatory authority, VARA, Virtual Access Regulatory Authority, with head office at World Trade Center in Dubai. It has a blockchain law launched in March 2022, backing activity of the blockchain. So these coincidences are not available in these other ones I mentioned. This is the reason why many projects, especially the top projects in their various industries, are rooting for ZENIQ. Okay, that's my answer for question 3. Demand will sustain it on its own, market demand, market forces. Then can you give the value of, for example, let me tell you ZENIQ, for example. ZENIQ is doing to aviation what Uber did to taxi. When Uber started, people were laughing, oh, you don't own any taxi and you want. Now, Uber is the biggest taxi brand in the world. Fact. So that same thing is happening in aviation. And you and I know that the turnover of aviation, this is a fact also, the turnover of aviation is bigger than that of automobile plus pharmaceutical combined. So if you are disrupting aviation, you can see the value you want to unlock. How much of that value comes to you? Depending on your degree of participation. I'll just give you one example. What about the movie industry? What about real estate? So the only way to participate in what we're telling you, and this is a well-crafted formula, what the world will wake up from sleep, new sets of billionaires and trillionaires potentially have been unwrapped by legal and credible means anyway. Then the number 4, can you give the value of minting in Naira? Okay, the minting hub, each one did that. Minting hub, if it's in Naira, it's about 1,050,000, maximum 1,100,000. Depending on the exchange rate, it fluctuates. So budget between 1,050,000 and 1,100,000. That will give you one full hop of ZENIQ of 1,500 euro. Then if you're buying 1,300 euro, it will release accordingly. But what I've given to you is for 1,500 euro. As at today, the exchange rate. And the exchange rate is determined by the apps that convert Naira to crypto, then to Safir. So contact the person who shared this link with you or who invited you here to give you guidance. It's very simple. In less than 30 minutes, it's done. How are we buying? Is ZENIQ housing, drone, individualized, or all are inclusive in the ZENIQ as a package? Okay, as a package. Okay, no, you buy them separately. But if I understand your question very well, you may want to buy all, and that you have an advantage. If you buy ZENIQ first, 1,500 euro, assuming you're buying the full hub. Remember, you can buy partial hubs as well. Share of a hub, as it were. But let's assume you're buying a full hub. That qualifies to get 23% discount on the subsequent projects, one each. What do I mean by that? If you buy ZENIQ hub with 1,500 euro, then you want to buy the next one, let's say CD or regardless, or Tupan, for example. You buy it for 1,000 euro approximately. When you should have bought it for 1,300. So that gives you a discount of 23%. So that's an advantage. So if you want to buy everything on the shop now, you probably need a 4,500 euro. And you want to buy one each. And you can buy multiples as you wish. You can buy some now, buy some others later. Okay, that's my answer for question number 5. Remember, you can get more details from the person who invited you. So ZENIQ is 1,500 euro. The other hubs are 1,300 euro. But if you buy the ZENIQ first, Then you want to add the other ones, you get the other ones at a discount of 23% each. And that's huge, my friend. I would recommend that for you. But if you're buying the shares, then you lose that advantage. So more details from the person who invited you because of time. Then the question number 5, how are we buying ZENIQ? Okay, I've answered that already. Then the next one from King Thomas said each coin in the coin market has its high and low points, or a point of low returns, where an investor is expected to wait for value to appreciate over time, as it may also sometimes drop in value. Yes, what you have stated is a market fact. Markets go up, markets come down. But we are investors, we're not traders. We co-own the assets. So it's like having fowl, chicken, that is laying egg for you. Where the egg is the coin, the chicken is the one laying it. So if you own the chicken, then you don't bother about the price of the coin, because you only need to wait for the coin to reach the price that you like, and then you sell. But while you are waiting, your coin is increasing, your chicken is laying eggs, is increasing. So that's the new thing. It's the same thing here as per market forces. Remember, market forces are independent of any project you drop there. But the unique thing in our own is that there's what is called burning mechanism. Burning mechanism means profits from these projects. Part of it is used to buy the coin in the market so that the supply will continue to reduce. In addition to what Etwen told us earlier, our presenter, he has told us that when after 1 year, the maintenance capacity reduces with time. So within a period of 1 year, which is about 52 weeks, you'd have reduced by half. But it won't wait to 1 year to reduce by half. It will be reducing gradually, but in 52 weeks, you'll have noticed that it has gone half. So that's a control mechanism that is not available in other projects. Take example, Bitcoin. It takes 4 years for Bitcoin halving to take place. Ethereum, it's just incorporated about 2 years ago, a burning mechanism. So the burning mechanism is more effective than than the halving. But guess what? Here we have both the burning mechanism, the annual halving, and the sales halving. The sales halving happens after 2,000 hops have been sold. The subsequent ones to be sold, the minting capacity will reduce by a little percentage. So if you combine all of this, you find out that demand will be increasing when supply will be reducing. That will sustain the price. So there's an inbuilt mechanism to not allow the price to fall compared to what is happening in the market. King James, I hope you're listening. So these are innovations. This blockchain has learned from the problems and the mistakes of other blockchains, and it has improved on all of them. This is the reason we have all the choice projects coming here. Projects, Evinok left Ethereum for here. Why did he leave Ethereum? Find out. Tupan left Wave blockchain. Wave is spelled W-A-V-E for ZENIQ. Why would you leave Wave for ZENIQ? You leave places where you don't have enough features or where you have better features. So the features are what I've tried to explain to you. So thank you, King James. I hope you got value. Kindly give us a feedback. But if you need more information, please contact the person who invited you. Okay, I get you well, no risk involved. Yes, no risk as per calculated risk is already done and is better. We feel more comfortable with the upside than the downside. Yes, the risk, the one you've asked, have been mitigated by the information I'm giving you. So thank you for the feedback. And everybody who is listening to this, ask yourself, why are you here? What's your plan for your later years? Are you one of those complaining that technology is, disrupting the world, taking over people's jobs? We found a way to collect back from technology what is stealing from mankind. Own the dog. Don't allow the dog to bite you. So this is our own way of telling you that, look, you can be in charge of your life. You can be among the 1% world population who are very clever investors. You can take advantage of our research. You can find out for yourself. Look at the website, the official websites. Go there. I will recommend highly that you check these websites, screenshot this page, go to the website, get direct information, and then contact the person who invited you. Take a position today. If you need to do your own due diligence, do it quickly or contact us to give you a report of our own independent study done about 2 years ago. Fortune favors the bold, and you want to be early because fortune always favors early adopters. That is why we are called genius investors. So first of all, take a position before any other person will even say Jack. We're already there. So thank you for giving us your time. Say, how can we refer when we are very informed? Can we set a forum and invite you or Etwen for deliver? Yes. You first of all come in. Thank you for that question. First of all, decide for yourself if this is good for you. I assume it is good for you. Then Itwen, whoever invited you, assume is Itwen, will tell you how to generate your own referral link. Yes, you can give us a time that we agree on, and we will speak to your friends on your behalf. Wherever you are in the world, we can do that. Once we agree on the time, and you give you our invite to invite your friends. We'll tell you what to tell them and what not to tell them. We'll do the explanation that will make sense. If it makes sense to you, definitely it will make sense to a number of your friends. And there's an additional benefit to that. 2 benefits, talking from my own experience. I love helping people get ahead financially, but I must not use my money to do that. There's an opportunity that everybody can do that for themselves. 2 is that your friends see you as a person of value. You saw something good and you remember them. That's one of the reasons friendship exists anyway. And guess what? This one is by legal and credible means. And you can find out the information for yourself. At least the websites are staring you in the eyes. You can begin from there. And like I said, if there's anything I missed or you didn't understand, contact the persons who invited you, including Itwen, for further details. Thank you, King Thomas. It showed that you follow the class. Your questions are very nice, and it will have benefited the order of our guests. All right, so who else is in class who would like to end the discussion? Do we have Christy? Christy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Okay, you want to give us 1 minute as we end up?
Okay. Thank you, guests, for joining us. A lot has been said already. What is left for you is to get back to the person who shared this information. Remember, what we're talking about are projects that are providing solutions for humanity. The only time that money exchanges hands is when there is value. Certainly, as you can see on the ZENIQ ecosystem, there's a lot of value, emanating there. We're not just talking about projects that are just minting coins here and there. We're talking about asset-backed tokens, asset-backed projects, assets that you can see for yourself and feel. All these are happening across the globe. And so here at ZENIQ Investors, we're more than happy to share with you what we've been enjoying for about 2 years now. And the information we're giving you such that you may not find anywhere. We're talking about 9 blockchains that have smart chains that will inform board tokenization, and ZENIQ is at the forefront. Coach Itwen also told us about the $24 trillion in value that is to be unwrapped in the next 4 to 5 years. If you divide that by 9, that brings the value to about $2.6 trillion for each of these blockchains. But guess what? ZENIQ blockchain is at the forefront, meaning that when others will decide to wake up to take on tokenization, ZENIQ would have covered a lot of ground. That's a lot of value for each and every one of us who takes the advantage, at this point. So I don't want to add much, but I want to go home with this information. Do your due diligence if you must, and take advantage position. Fortune is indeed calling each and every one of us. Until we come your way again, this was put together by ZENIQ Investors, and we'll do this again this Saturday. So be sure to invite your friends. Be here again to listen to this, or you can even request for the replay of this video. We'll be glad that you did. So I'll hand you over to our coach, Lawrence. That's all for me.
Yes, thank you, Christy. And thank you, guests. Thank you, Jap, First 11, Jennifer Binyelako, King Thomas, Leah Sam, Suleiman, and all those who have stayed, whose names are not available on their handle, and also those who logged out. Fortune is indeed calling, and we trust that you act in your best interest this night. On behalf of our presenter, Coach Itwen, and Genius Investors, we thank you for spending time with us. And we invite you in advance on Wednesday and Saturday, same link, 8 p.m. West African time, will be up and running again. So you can come and join us again. You can't learn everything in 1 hour. I can guarantee you that. But this is just an appetizer to let you know that we are eating well here. You may well join us. Thank you, and have a beautiful evening.